Vietnam in the finals this evening. So back to the main event, as it were. And the other great thing about this match is that it's something of a rarity in big tournaments like this. These two don't often meet.
No, they have actually met in this very tournament, though, Phil. I actually think it was at this very stage as well. And it was the filler show then, completely dominated the match.
It's a colossus against a giant. You know the old phrase, when an immovable object meets an irresistible force, something's got to give. I've got no idea who will give. You can't predict anything. It could be a blowout, one player could dominate. It could be a classic and thoroughly dramatic.
Yeah, dry break. Gives Jayson the first look here, but he's just concerned about the red 3. You would think cue ball's going to be hitting one of them 2 balls. May try and draw into the 3. And he's tried to play the gap, similar type of shot. This was always going to be the problem, though. He will have known this. He knew he was going to leave himself a testing pot on the blue 2. Only the second shot of the match, obviously. The first rack. Big game. The adrenaline will be there. Oh, this is a massive shot here coming up. He's overdone it. Did he get lucky with the cue ball? I believe he did.
Immense mutual respect between these two. They don't just play brilliantly, they play very similar games.
Decent hit. He was in a bit of trouble. He's not got away with it though. Shaw's back to the table after missing the blue 2, but getting a little bit of luck. Just looking at the green 6 ball. It's not in an ideal spot. It's not in a spot where you can kind of just give Shaw a 1. Give him the first rack. He's got work to do. He's tried to bump it out, I believe. Failed to do so. That camera angle kind of gives you the impression, the combo. But that combo's not easy. You'd love to be where the cue ball is right now, actually. If you're even going to play for the combo, which he didn't. Obviously, he's such a good potter. He's going to back himself to slot this into the side. Scott Frost missed a similar one. 7 ball, wasn't it, Phil? Tight the middles from there, believe me.
Extension called.
Yeah, the only thing I'd add to that sentence, extremely tight. That's why he's gone at distance. It just about wriggled in, but he's far from ideal on the 7 ball.
Yeah, caught a little bit of the rail as well, so for the second time of asking, he's not got the job done, but he's got another hook. Josh has gone straight for the short stick. He's going to fly this cue ball through the air. Well, he's not lining up to pop this ball. Bit too pacey. What's he going to leave? He's going to leave a pot. So for the third time in the opening rack, can Jayson Shaw get the job done?
That is not a good sign. He's actually really lucky where the sevens come to rest.
Yeah, a little jumpy. You could see it on the replay.
That was superb.
Yeah, it really was. That was a beautiful safety shot. And listen, Josh has played thousands of racks of 9-ball, hundreds and thousands of matches. He's been around forever. And he'll know. He will have clocked a little bit of an edgy start here from Jayson. It's a decent hit. Left a bit of distance. Against 95% of the field, he might get back to the table here, but Phil's a different animal.
Yeah, he's an absolutely brilliant potter. That was meat and drink for him. So it was a mistake-ridden opening rack. Jayson Shaw had his chances, but they were wasted. Now, the only last 16 match yet to get underway, Francisco Sanchez Ruiz against Tobias Bongas. Earlier, we spoke with the Spaniard.
Fran, you're back in the last 16 once again. How does it feel to be back in this stage?
Yeah, I felt good to be back here. The last 3 I lost in quarterfinals, so I'm looking for past the line.
Next up, you face Tobias Bongas. How are you feeling about that matchup?
Yeah, I feel good. He's playing good, you know. He made a good win the last 64 against Biado, also in the hill against Pogner. So, you know, but yes, it's going to be a tough match.
You've been close to winning the European title before, reaching the quarterfinals of both 2023 and 2024. What did it mean to you to finally claim the European crown?
Yeah, it means a lot, you know, especially because it's the first tournament of the year. So when you won a major, especially the big event of the season, so I think it's going to help me in my confidence.
Brilliant stuff. We'll see you soon.
You know, Joshua Filler, much like Francisco Sanchez Ruiz,
leading by 1-0.
when you go around the venue, normally got a wide smile on his face. This week, I've noticed every time I've seen him, he's been a lot more serious than normal. It seems to me, Carl, he's a man on a mission with something to prove.
Didn't make the one ball in the side. He won't care because another ball's gone in the pocket, and look where the yellow one's actually finished. It's over the pocket, the blue two's over another pocket. Well, he's lost the cue ball a bit there. You could hear the old tut after he struck it. He didn't want the cue ball nowhere near the rail. He's going to be forced into leaving a long, awkward little red 3 ball now because he can't get the cue ball closer to the red 3 because of where the cue ball's finished. And I'm just going to roll this one in. Yeah, it's only brack 2, Phil, but you just get the air of this is a big shot. put it wide.
That was always wide, and I think he just tapered off slightly as well because it was at such quiet pace.
Extension called.
He's obviously trying to get the cue ball further down the table, so it's going to be difficult because you've got to try and jump, draw the cue ball back. You can see it come back a little bit, but it's not enough. And the problem is, even if he can pot this pink in one of the bottom corners, which does look tight in both, to be fair, which might actually help Jayson out because he might be forced into playing safe. Yeah, he has. The reason why I say that, Phil, is because, you know, when you've missed a couple, you don't really want to take on another long pot for a while, do you?
Yeah, just plants a small seed of doubt. I think another similarity between these two, yes, they're known for their attacking abilities, but when it comes to tactics, they're right up there as well.
He's happy with this. He's happy with this, and why wouldn't he be? He knew he had the brown 7 as well. That was going to help him. Jayson's gone back for the jump cue here, so he's trying to jump over the edge of the 8 ball. I think he's going to try and sneak past the brown 7. Well, Villa's got another long pot.
Villa's opponents hope he misses pots from distance. But there's no great optimism. You fear the worst, and he's over anything.
Yeah, he's found the rail again though, hasn't he? So he's not getting his balls in, but he's just losing cue ball control. He might not be the end of the world here. He might be able to power this off 2 rails and back down. Yeah, he could. This will be fine. Tell you what, Jayson sure would love to rewind the clock 10-15 minutes and start this match again, because opportunities that he usually takes have gone missing here. He knows the type of player Josh is. He can really start to rattle 2-3 racks off in no time, Phil, can't he? And this can start to get away from you.
Well, Filler is dynamite. He's a genius. He's got abundant skill and nerve, and in cue sports, that is a very dynamic combination. Jayson Shaw falls 2-0 behind. Let's take a look at table 3, which is commentary position. One of the great characters of the game is involved over there, Naoki. He's been playing very nicely below the radar this week, and he leads Austria's Max Lechner by 4 racks to 1 with a chance to make it 5-1. He's one of those players who entertains on the table and then in the post-match interviews. Just as I'm bigging Naoki up, he misses that 5 ball. Be relieved. He's a streaky player, isn't he, Cole? When he gets a roll, he's capable of beating anyone.
Yeah, another player with a high gear, and you can see the disgust from Mad Max there. Look at where he's left the cue ball. He could have left it anywhere in the centre of the table. He'd have won rack 6.
Splendid Sarajevo in the Hotel Hills complex, venue for the European Open of 2025. Already through to the quarterfinals this afternoon, Wojciech Szewczyk, Pius Labutis, Daniel Massiol and Duong Quoquang. The next segment of last 16 matches now all underway across this arena. Leo Kioi in total control against Max Lechner at 6-1. Loho Sem 3-2 up on Mark Bosch de Bosch, the Dutchman with the big break. Francisco Sanchez Ruiz has just equalised against Tobias Bongas, but pretty much all eyes on Filler against Shaw. And Filler's one of those players, he can not just produce excellence, but sustain it. And look at this. Look at this.
Yeah, he's got the perfect angle here as well. So you look where the red 3 ball has finished, it's up at the top end of the table, and the natural angle here, Phil, on potting this blue 2 will swing the cue ball around 3, maybe 4 rails, probably try and hit the 4th rail. He's just concerned about the 9 ball though. He wants to avoid hitting the 9 in the centre of the table. Yeah, we've just seen the current results, didn't we? And all the matches have been fairly one-sided so far today. Wasn't the case yesterday, Phil. We had a lot of hills, didn't we? So much drama yesterday.
Well, Tobias Bongas had his money's worth. He was 7-1 up on Carlo Biardo in the last 64. Ended up winning 10-9 after a match that lasted nearly 4 hours. These two could play a race to 20 and it wouldn't last 4 hours.
Smart shot. Many a player would have attempted potting the ball and missing the 9 with the cue ball. And maybe you've ended up hitting the 9 and having no shot on the 3. He showed a lot of patience there, did Phil. Played a wonderful safety. Yeah, and then Tobias' Bongas next match, he was 9-5 down, Phil. Against Yannick Pongas. We're not making these names up, I promise you. And he come back to win 10-9. What a day he had yesterday. Good hit there from Jay.
Yeah, Bongas against Pongas. A commentator's nightmare, but terrific for the crowd. Young Yannick Pongas from the Netherlands was on the threshold of victory and then, well, to a large extent, he froze. (7-1) now for Naoki Oi over Max Lechner. Lechner missing quite a straightforward pot in the 8th rack. Oh, that's better for sure. That one's better. Not much room to nestle in behind the 5.
Yeah, good safety. He's a big favourite to hit this blue 2 though. It's where it finishes. That's what's going to be key. Well, he's definitely left a pot.
Extension called.
You might be thinking it's a gamble to take your extension so early in a rack, but this happens quite often.
Yeah, the gamble was paid off. this is going to settle him down. It's always nice when you knock the bumblebee in. That's what we call the 9-ball. And it's this to get his first rack on the board.
He's been there, he's done it all in pressurised situations. When it comes to the Moscone Cup, he is an inspirational figure. He'll need to be inspired in this match, but do not write off his chances. Now, Piers Labutis, a little earlier on, reached the quarterfinals by doubling up on Alorcia Sharp, winning by 10 racks to 5. This was the decisive ball. And you might imagine the man from Lithuania is delighted.
Piers, a third matchroom major quarterfinal in 3 years is becoming a bit of a habit now.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I've been playing good. The last match was a bit sloppy, but you know, I just got over the line, just tried to grind it, and got it there. So yeah, I hope for more.
It seems like in the past year or so, you've really been able to take your game to another level. What is it that you think you put that down to?
Well, I started working with a new coach, Johan. He helped me with the technique a little bit, but I feel like I'm getting more mature with my mind also at the table. You know, I'm getting like more used to TV table and playing big guys. So yeah, everything. It's a combination.
And the Martian Duong Quoc Quang is next. We know what he can do on this stage. How much do you know about him, and what do you think you'll be able to bring to that match?
Yeah, he's an amazing player. I mean, one of the top Vietnamese players and top players in the world. I mean, everybody in this stage can play really good. I just, you know, it doesn't matter actually who I will play. I'll just try to play my game very good, and we'll see what happens.
And finally, with last 8 now, you can start to think about maybe what it might mean to win that trophy. Is that in your head at all, or are you fully concentrating on the match ahead?
Well, now when you said it, yeah. I don't want to think about it, you know, it's just, we'll see. You know, every match is different. Every rack is different, so we'll see what goes next.
Yes.
Pool is the most cosmopolitan of Q Sports. Lithuania, one of 13 countries represented in the last 16 here. 11 European players, 5 Asian players, no North Americans call.
Purple 5 to the green 6. Going to be the big shot in this rack. It's all about what angle it leaves himself. Yeah, decision time. Does he play the one rail sort of stun shot with a bit of right? It's very easy to overhit the ball, and then you come too far down bottom end of the table near the bottom rail. Angle may be a bit steep to go forward off 2 though, so he's forced into the stun. Watch outside pocket, it's close. Oh. Dicing with the side there.
Extension called.
Just crept onto that bump.
He didn't like it, Phil. I think he knew he couldn't avoid the 8. I think his initial thought process was pot it and play one rail up between both the balls. But I think because he's missed a couple of tricky balls, he didn't fancy backing himself to pot what would be an awkward 7 ball. He's been fortunate. He's landed on quite an easy bank into this side pocket. Hit both jaws, but it's gone in. And he's landed a bit in between, hasn't he? Do you go top left Or do you go top right?
Yeah, it wasn't a sure thing, was it? What a bonus for Fuller. What a setback, for sure.
Extension called.
When you look back at the fabric of any match, let alone one as high profile as this, you often identify a rack such as that to be intrinsic in the outcome. Now on table 3, we've had a look over there already. Naoki Oi, 8-1 up on Max Lettner. I made that 50-50 before the start. I did not imagine the scoreline would be this one-sided, Carl.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the table's kind of just down below where Sackville and Leckner's had opportunities at the table. He's just been missing. Naoki Oi won't mind. He's just there mopping up the pieces.
Yes, he's the court jester of the World 9-Ball Tour, off the table, when he does his media responsibilities. He's always full of fun and laughing and joking around, endearing himself to on the table. Don't be confused. Tiger.
A little bit thin contact. That's why the one's not gone in the side. The balls didn't really seem to move up top end of the table as well. Watch where the cue ball goes. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't overly as bad as I initially thought. Just shows you how tight them sides are. And things don't come easy when you're making mistakes. Obviously this is easy, but getting the right position on that blue 2 ball to then get from the 2 to the red 3. So he has an angle here. Obviously we don't really know if this 3 ball pots anywhere, do we? It might go in the corner past the 9 and pink. He's come over, he's crashed into him, and it's gone wrong. Still only 4-1, we're not even halfway through yet.
Extension called.
Jayson Shaw needs to tell himself. Just try and get a real good safety here. And it's got to be good because, for me, Joshua Filler's really improved his tactical and kicking side of the game. Oh, this is just a shocker. He's got down and kind of rushed it with his right hand. It's all gone wrong. He's double hit it and he's left it over the side bin.
The ball's on a platter for Killer Filler. Still only 28 years of age. He's been around, it seems, forever. An immense trophy cabinet Won the World 9-Ball Championship in 2018, the US Open in 2019. He's won the UK Open in the past, the World Masters. Gold medal at the World Games 9-Ball. You name it, he's done it.
Didn't hit that as pure as he would have
Extension
liked.
called.
The 8-ball didn't go in the centre of the pocket, so he's just left himself a bit of work to do on this 9-ball.
Yes, for the third time already in the match, he's taking his extension on the final 9. He looks thoroughly determined, and Joshua Filler already halfway to victory over Jayson Shaw. It's 5-1. 41 years after Torvill and Dean's Winter Olympics here in Sarajevo, Naoki Oi has put Max Lechner on ice. In fact, he's frozen him out completely. These are the last few moments of a totally dominant victory. The Japanese player had this most routine of 9 balls to complete a 10-1 success. Oi, oi, Naoki is targeting the title.
2-1.
Well, the break for Jayson as he comes back from it and he sits in his chair. He knows obviously Joshua Filler had the break and he knows he's got a shot on the blue too. The red three's a bit of a funny one though, isn't it? Don't really know where that pots. Don't believe it sneaks past the 8 ball.
You might think the 3-8 combo is a given. It isn't. Nicely judged. Also making sure the 3 ball comes out into open table. Yes, he's got awkward cueing, but that could have finished a lot worse.
Yeah, showing the qualities. Just flicked the 9 board, isn't it? Any thicker, probably wouldn't have potted it.
Yeah, a wry smile on the face of Jayson Shaw in his seat. At least it's not the 9 ball into one of the most awkward positions on the table.
Yeah, the fact that it was off the rail means it's sort of unmissable on a pool table, but wherever it's touching the rail, if you don't get him right behind it, they can catch you out, them pots.
Extension called.
Wants to get as close to this rail as possible. Playing it up into that pocket he's just looked at is a little bit daunting. But he may be forced into this. Yeah, just because of the angle he left himself. These are awkward. We've all missed these.
Psychologically, you're always thinking about that far jaw of the middle pocket. But Fuller sweeps past it and sweeps into a 6-1 lead, breaking and running out. Jayson Shaw is in deep trouble. Any 6-1 deficit in a race to 10 spells trouble, but especially against someone like Fuller. So two other going on at the moment. Tobias Bongers, the surprise package of the event, led Francisco Sanchez-Ruiz 4-2. Now, though, the Spaniard, who has got one of the most bubbly and effervescent personalities of any sportsman I've ever encountered. Looks like he's going to get back onto level terms at 4-4. He's perennially happy, isn't he, FSR?
Yeah, he's always happy to be at the tournaments, at the venues and competing, and kind of hops his way around the table. And he's turned into Mr. Consistency as well, world rank number 2.
Yes, he was number 1 on the world quite some time. Number 2 behind, of course, the man who dominated last year's big events, Fedor Gorst.
It's not really broke very well in this match, Phil, has it? That's the other reason why Jayson will be annoyed he's 6-1 down. It's not like Phil's gone 4-pack against him. Beautiful angle there, shows you the one ball curving towards the near jaw. Now Jay's played a couple of touchy safeties and played them both well.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's 6-1 down, but he's been responsible for some really good shots, actually.
It's a real good chance now. Playing this into the corner.
You have to believe the comeback must start here. That's Jayson Shaw's wife. Come on.
Ira Shaw travels all over with him. Very much a team.
Yeah, born in Glasgow, but based in Connecticut, USA. He's recently had a world record ratified. He ran, would you believe, 832 consecutive balls in straight pool. What a triumph of concentration that is. Anyone who writes him off does so at their peril. Yes, it's a ways back against someone like Filler, but 6-2 for someone like Jayson Shaw, it is manageable. So Naoki Oi coming through by 10 racks to 1. The Japanese star knocking in that 9-ball to beat Max Lechner so thoroughly. Now this is a moment I've been looking forward to, a Naoki Oi interview.
N1 against Max Lechner, what a result. How are you feeling right now?
Yeah, unbelievable. First game is me. Big chance is a mistake. Is Max. Maybe I think so. Oi today maybe bad play and maybe broken. And the comeback maybe break run out, break 3 break run out and the big counter. And the Max is very confused. Maybe super unbelievable rare games. Super lucky. Yeah, Max is today super no lucky. Max is a big friend. Broke heart there.
But for you, it's the first time you've got to the quarterfinals. now since the US Open. How happy are you and how excited are you to go into the last 8 and try to go on the title?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, quarter final is very exciting, but just now many tournament. Sometimes the winner. Congrats. I want to final is. Yeah, I hope so. Final. Go to final.
We're not sure who you play just yet. Are you going to keep an eye on the Bista Bosch Loho match? Are you going to go off and relax ahead of your next match?
Yeah, next is the same style is Japanese. Onegaishimasu. Yeah, please, lucky. Yeah.
Best of luck, Naoki.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, for him, that was extremely skewed. I think it was because it was conducted in the arena and it didn't want to take anyone off. Yeah, so he plays Lohos or Mark Bista Bosch next. That match is on table 5 and it's 5-all.
Meanwhile, back on centre court, Jayson Shaw broke off and had a real nice split of the table. This is for a break and run, and I'm sure we can all agree this is a must-win rack. If he can get it back to 6-3, he's still in touching distance of Filler. He's not going to get too many more chances to come back. Joshua Filler's far too good. He's far too good at closing matches out. He doesn't fall over the line, Filler. He runs over the line.
Shaw just needs to bottle that Mosconi Cup inspiration. He was player, he was captain, and at the end, when Europe retained the cup again, he was most valuable player. Do not dismiss his chances. Fuller's lead reduced from 6-1 to 6-3. Sarajevo, what a lovely place, surrounded by the Dinaric Alps. We're in a valley here. On a high, the likes of Wojciech Szewczyk, Piers Labutis, Daniel Maciol and Duan Kwok Wang already winners this afternoon. So too, the most recent Victor Naukioi. 3 last 16 matches still going on, including the blockbuster Joshua Filler against Jayson Shaw. Shaw pulling back within 3. There's this large crowd at the Hotel Hills complex. Wonder whether Eagle Eye can squeak.
Very good strike on the break. Looks like he's going to get a shot. Okay, there's a real chance here to close this gap. 6-1 down he was, Jayson.
I think I heard a mobile phone there. Players didn't seem to flinch. Very different from snooker.
Yeah, not ideal where he finished on the 3 ball. He was too straight, so he's had to take his medicine and he's had to take what the table gives him. Got to knock
Extension
a good ball
called.
in here, and then once he knocks it in, he's got to try and get on this purple 5. It's been these situations where he's made a bit of a blunder. And it's another blunder, Phil. I was saying a rack and a half ago, you're not going to keep getting chances to get back in the match against Joshua Filler.
Yeah, the 9 ball was intervening, but he overcut the ball there, so he definitely could have potted the 4.
Yeah, and it was the previous one where he landed 2 straight on the red 3 ball. He couldn't get closer to the pink 4.
Shaw had that modicum of momentum. Now it might have dissipated. So many options for Filler to retake a 4-rack lead. Anywhere but right under the cushion, needs any kind of bounce, and he didn't receive any. So a big question mark about the rack now. Horrible shot to play, Cole.
Got to play this with a bit of power as well. That's the problem. Yeah, it's not going to come as far as he would have liked. That shows you how difficult this pot is. If he can hit this full ball, he'll play the hook in behind the 9. Outside chance at the bank. Doesn't want it over the pocket. Oh, that's an error from Phil. The reason why I say that is because Jayson's a big favourite to pot this ball.
He potted 2 balls, and it's all there in black and white.
Start the shot clock.
Yeah, you almost needed to hit that top rail first. then pot the 8.
What a potential turning point that is. Filler now 7-3 up when the gap could so easily have been just a couple of racks. Drama. Carl, you predicted that Jayson Shaw would knock in the black 8 ball. He did, but he just caught it too thick.
Yeah, it was this visit though to the table. They're not easy. Them angles are a lot steeper from when you're in Jayson's position. Have a look where the cue ball hits the 8. It hit it too full. And you can scratch off the back of it, which he did. But he had his opportunity, Phil, and it's another opportunity gone. That's been the story of the match. Phil's played great. He's played some really nice shots in this match. But it's not often this man on your screens loses a game of 9 ball from this position.
Yeah, in the calendar years 2023 and 2024.
Break number 11. Joshua Filler to break, leading by 7 racks to 3.
Joshua Filler won over $300,000 in tournament pool, and he's been on the money in this match as well. Oh, look at this. Look at this. In goes the 1, in goes the 2, and where's the 3? Sitting pretty.
That'll work out okay. Just wondering if he'll pull the cue ball back up to the top rail. Yeah, that's what he's done. Just makes this shot a lot easier. Position to the green 6.
You would say the first rack in a match involving potentially 19 racks wouldn't be that significant. I think here it set the tone. Shaw had 3 chances, he ended up losing it. And Filler's just pulled away.
Yeah, seems a few of the matches have gone this way today. Max like the Yuki-Oi. You know, Max had plenty of visits to the table and didn't convert.
Yeah, this knowledgeable crowd, at least a few of them, clapping that because, as Carl alluded to earlier, the pocket entrances from acute angles are tight. That was a good pot on the 8. And a very simple one on the 9 as the Filler juggernaut continues to roll. Nothing Shaw could do about that. It was a break and run out. 1 and 2 went in off the break, and then he went on from there. It is 8-3. The dark clouds are gathering for Jayson Shaw. More competitive. Tobias Bongas has gone back in front at 4 over Francisco Sanchez Ruiz. Wanted to play Daniel Maciol of Poland, who overcame Kopin Yi earlier, 10-4. What a double for Maciol. Burning today, Kopin Yi. He could be faced with FSR next. The Spaniard has a lot of work to do, Carl. Having the tournament of his life.
Yeah, if you're just tuning in to the European Open and you're thinking all these matches are just one-sided, I can assure you, yesterday was a different tale of the tape. So many 10-9s, 10-8s around the room. It looks like the former world #1 FSR is going to tie that match up over on table 2. Back to the main table. Phil's just broke off. He's hooked on the blue 2, so he will play the push out.
Push out called.
This is a game within a game. A real art to pushing out. You need to know your opponent's strength and just have that innate feeling of what to do at any particular moment.
Oh, please play again.
Sure, not taking a great amount of time to put Fuller back at the table.
Little soft one. Clever shot there. He knew the 9 ball was there for the cue ball. Also trying to use the purple 5.
One other score update for you. Hong Kong's Lo Ho Sun 8-6 up on Mark Bosch.
He just loves the shot in 9 ball, what feels like rack ball, doesn't he, Phil? How many times over the years have we seen Joshua Filler stand up and knock them crucial balls in?
Well, he's the best potter in pool. It's as simple as that. But he's got much more to his game than mere potting. The whole package.
Yeah, he packs plenty of bottle. Can't be taught. It's a little short of pace, this ball. Not quite sure if he can reach and still cut this ball along the back rail.
Earlier in the week we saw Yuan Che knocking a couple of balls like this, but surely this is not possible. No, not even for Magician Fuller. Maybe the next best thing.
Extension called.
But as you can see there, with that excellent camera angle, there's a clear path through for sure.
Yeah, gonna need to pull something big out the bag here. He'll play the bank, full table bank, knowing that the 9's over the pocket, kind of. But he's left a long pot, bit of a mile away there.
If you've got a pot like this for your life, who would you nominate? The man at the table right now.
wanted the cue ball to come around the back of the 9, obviously. Yeah, playing it up into the top right corner, offers a bigger pocket, can afford to hit the rail 2, 3, 4 inches up. Should still go in. This to get on the hill. It's a bit wide, you know. I thought as soon as he hit it, a little bit wide on Phil after this rack. I believe we might be going into a break. Something for Phil to think about.
Yeah, something to stew on. It was just what Jayson Shaw needed. To that point, Filler had been relentless and ruthless, but the 9 ball escaped his clutches. 8-4. This is the Hotel Hills complex in Sarajevo, which for the first time is hosting the World 9-Ball Tour major ranking event that is the European Open. We've seen all kinds of shocks. The defending champion, Mickey Kraus, didn't survive past day 3. Now, this afternoon in the last 16, Joshua Filler might well have been on the hill against Jayson Shaw on table 1, but he missed quite a tricky 9-ball. On the hill on table 4, though, it is Lo Ho Sun, who is 9-6 up on Mark Beisterbosch.
Yeah, Lo Ho Sun has got the job done, Phil. He's just below me currently getting his picture taken. Happy with his victory. So he should be. He's through to the quarterfinals.
So 2 matches still going on in the last 16. This one, which has taken an intriguing twist. And on table 2, Tobias Bonger's back in front against Francisco Sanchez Ruiz at 6-5.
Yeah, that one's real back and forth. Okay, Josh has played a bit of a bizarre positional shot. Maybe still thinking about the previous rack where he missed a 9 ball up the long rail to go on the hill. Does the red 3 ball pot in that pocket that's near the 9 ball? These are not easy. He's got to play this quite firm. Could end up rattling it and leaving it over the pocket. Oh, he's hit that nice, believe me. That is a very, very underrated shot. Full table with right hand spin to get the cue ball off 3 rails. And it does pot. Well, I'll tell you what, Phil. He needed to get the cue ball further up table. Yeah, I think he wanted to play the combo. Or he needed to be closer anyway, because if it goes in the pocket, it's very tight off that jaw. The fact that he's left this much distance means now this is not guaranteed.
Extension call.
It was a good 3 feet short. Where's the cue ball going to finish? Thought we were just going to sneak in behind then for a second.
Yeah, just nudging the black 8 ball really helped Shaw's scores.
Extension called.
Might be forced in playing just the up and down, just try and get the pink 4 back on this bottom rail somewhere. Just leave distance. Looks like he's loading up the bank. I know he was jacking up, sorry, to get in behind the brown 7.
It is the most powerful currency in cue sports, being able to pot.
Pure. That was very pure. Even though the scoreline is looking like it's going to be 9-4, it just doesn't feel like it's 9-4, does it? Because we've seen a lot of Shaw at the table.
Yeah, it's been the odd mistake here and there, and I'm afraid against someone like Filler, he can make very few mistakes, especially when he's so motivated and so incentivized. Basically, he wants it bad. The German is on the hill, and that means we have a potential 6 remaining racks, and Jayson Shaw has to win them all against anyone. That's tough. Against Joshua Fuller, it's mighty tough. I'm not going to say impossible, though. Now, Carl told us that Loho Sum had beaten Mark Bosch, and these are the winning moments. He has been in a World Masters final before, the youngster from Hong Kong. Towards the tail end of last year, he wasn't playing his best, but now, clearly, it's been a big revival. He must be overjoyed.
Just beat Mark Bisterbosch 10-6. How are you feeling right now?
Brilliant. So, yes, in the same mental, just enjoy and play my game. I didn't feel too much pressure, and the heartbeat is not like, boom, 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 you know. Just enjoy the game, yeah.
Obviously, this is the furthest you've got in a matchroom major, the quarterfinals. What would it mean to you to win the European crown?
Well, I mean, winning a tournament is always very meaningful for us, for a player. So, same, didn't expect too much, don't expect too much. Just play, enjoy every single rack and every balls. So, just do the best.
Next up, you face Naoki Oi. How are you feeling about that matchup?
Wow, he's quite a strong player. As I watch his match, it's like boom, boom, it's very, very quick. So, yeah, just trying to beat him and do the best and do whatever I can do to win next match.
Well, best of luck.
Phil might be in to win here.
Yep, this is the table layout he's got to knock Shaw out of this year's event, and Phil will march on into another big major quarter-final. He's so reliable in these situations, Phil, when he can, you know, have half a chance to win a match. Usually he takes it.
He's won thousands of matches. This one, though, will give him particular pleasure.
Extension called.
Plays that shot note so nice. Phil times it really well. It's easy to decel and miss the ball or overhit it. He gets the most out of the cue ball. A little thick, but it's gone. And it looks like Shaw's going to be a gunner as well.
Yes, 10-4 over and out. No joy for Jayson, because Joshua, well, Filler filled up the pockets as he normally does. 10-4, very impressive. He's into the quarterfinals.